I'm a transgender woman and my name is Joanne Borden. I'm a widow, an orphan, and sibling-less now. I'm an advocate at the state and county levels for transgender civil rights. My first memory of wanting to be a girl doesn't go back as far as most people I know, and I knew it before puberty and before my memory of it, before puberty, because at the same time that I recall wanting to be a girl, I knew that it was a secret that I couldn't tell anyone about. When I was old enough to be left alone at home, I would wander into a drawer of my mother's, and I loved the smell, the aroma. It was beautiful to me, and I borrowed some of her clothes for many years. And every time I was alone, I tried to improve on my appearance as a woman. I even accumulated feminine garments and things, shoes. I love those shoes, oh, those heels. I took them all and put them in a paper bag one night. I went out to found an empty lot, and I tossed the stuff out of the bag, and I walked home, and I said, now I could be normal like everyone else. So if it wasn't the next night, it was a few nights after that, I was out there looking for the stuff. Most of my dates were blind dates, and then I had lots of girlfriends. But as soon as I saw it getting serious, I would break it up. Until one girl. She's the first and I guess the only girl I ever asked out on my own. That wasn't a blind date. And I ended up marrying her. She was so smart, I can't believe she didn't see signs of it. But we never discussed it. If she did know, I think she was smart enough not to wake up the sleeping monster. It was the only thing possible. There was no other possibility. You couldn't do anything. I mean, if you wanted to be homeless and beat up all the time and you know, friendless, you declared yourself. I don't even know of anyone that did that. Originally, I felt that I'll only tell those who need to know. And so that meant no one. No one had a need to know. When I started taking hormones, then my doctor needed to know. Then I went through a year's therapy, and I don't know. I did a lot of thinking outside of that hour every week. And a lot of talking during that hour. Somehow, toward the end of it, toward the end of the year, I somehow thought about telling my children. Since I didn't have a job to lose, to get fired from, I didn't have a wife anymore to damage, and the only people involved would be my children. I suddenly put my happiness into the equation and decided that there's less to lose than there is to gain. I agonized for years and years and years about going out, just walking the street, dressed as a woman, heels and nylons and makeup, and just once. Once before I died, I wanted to do it. An advertisement from someone who did all kinds of things, and parties and dinners and escorted people like me. And it seemed like something I could do. He did a makeover, and that was part of the deal, and would escort me in the city. We went to the city, and we walked through the street in Greenwich Village, and then we went to some sort of club. I'm happy, right? When I had my ears pierced, I was happy. And each step was not a pre-planned goal, but I had a goal and I achieved it, and I had a dozen happinesses until I decided to come out. So I was happy lots of times.
Her way of living, the way she sees life, and the way she's a very happy person. She's a very positive person, always happy, always positive. She's never, even when sometimes she doesn't feel right, physically, she's get a cold or whatever, when I call her, to see how you're doing, how you're feeling, she's always great. I'm like, oh my God, this girl is amazing. She's, it's something that I really, really appreciate in her.
I made a speech in October 2010, and apparently I said the right thing, because the Minority Council wrote a law, and the legislator that introduced it, or whatever it is, quoted my speech, what I said in it. Then I started to speak every month that they meet. And that's how I spend my life. Aside from helping other transgender women, I help them out of the closet sometimes. Sometimes I help them in between their visits to a therapist because they're very upset. And my main mission is to try to let them know that it's okay, and that's the way you feel, but that's life. I see I'm going to get my book published, and they're going to be on my back to finish my transgender monologues, so they can publish that. And I'm going to be very happy. And whatever I make on it, I'm going to give away.